This week's episode of Aussie Tech is brought to you by Start New Company. Register your company immediately today with ASIC. ABN, TFN, GST registration is also available directly from the portal. Also set up your family trust and self-managed superannuation fund and more. All at startnewcompany.com.au. Follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/startnewco and keep an eye out for our regular specials. Start your new company now within 10 minutes of lodgement. All legal company documentation provided after registration. startnewcompany.com.au.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Aussie Tech Heads. How you all doing? It's episode 687, and it's recorded on the 30th of July 2020. And you like my intro voice? It's I laugh every time I hear that. I've got to. I might have to change
she's fast.
It. Oh yes, I know. Yes, yeah. Welcome to another week. How you guys been? It's I don't know. What's the weather been doing? It's getting cooler, you know. Get all the small talk out of the way. Yeah, nothing too much happening out here at my end. But look, we'll just bring in Paul. You heard him just before. He's back for another go because he loves it. How you going, Paul?
Hey, good, Glenn. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. What's been going on with you?
Yeah, well, weather-wise, you mentioned weather there. We've had some pretty darn cool nights up here, and had a bit of rain of recent too.
Yeah, right.
Rain down there.
Yes, last weekend I had a bit of a long spot. It ruined my golf game. So
your golf game, okay?
Yes.
You must get a bit nervous when it starts to pour down a bit after your last little session back last year.
Yes, look, I did sneak down underneath the house to have a bit of a look around. Everything looked all right. There was a couple of trickles, but we put in a little gutter thing, so the little trickles would have been scooped up by that gutter. But I looked at it twice. The lake was coming up again, and I just thought I just couldn't go back down. I just couldn't look. I thought it was going to happen. It's going to happen, And yeah. So
it's really good to see you're back up and running, and things are back to normal to some extent.
Yes.
We mind you, coronavirus has not exactly left things normal, has it?
No, not really. But I think, look, who knows? Like it's starting to sort of amp up again. I get the feeling that thing's amping up again.
Yeah, you're pretty close to the diseased area, aren't you?
What's the diseased area? New South Wales?
No, I think there's some parts in Queensland. Down the Gold Coast that are diseased.
I think Logan, where those two girls came back from Victoria via Sydney to Logan, I think, yeah.
Is that what it was? Yeah. Whereas in Toowoomba, we're rather pristine.
Oh, yes, of course. It's too cold up there. You wouldn't know what was going on.
Yeah, lovely cold, mate.
Yes. Lord, yeah, cold's not too bad. Look, you can reach me if you like, if you want to, at glenn@aussietechheads.com.au. And where can people reach you, Paul?
The best way to find me, Paul, and I'm Paul in Thai Computer Services. We specialise in tech support for individuals, homes, and small business. You just simply have to search for Thai Computer Services on Google, and you will find my Google My Business page. It's the easiest one to try and find me. Or on Facebook as in Thai Computer Services, or Paul Bolte if you're looking for a personal link.
Or just throw rocks at the guy on the motorised push bike as
he
runs down the street.
Yeah, that is a rather unique thing, me getting around on that push bike.
Yeah, good stuff. Now, you can also find us at facebook.com/Aussie Tech Heads, twitter.com/Aussie Tech Heads, and youtube.com/Aussie Tech Heads. And also now at the patreon.com/Aussie Tech Heads, you can sign up for $4 a month. And I think it goes up from there. The more you donate, the more you get. So if you sign up for $4 a month, you get a shout out like these people. Hello to Chris, David, sounds like Romper Room, doesn't it? Daniel and
Oh.
Amanda. And
Who's behind this door?
yeah, and I can see the bouncing yellow skull, and and our new supporter CD Avenue. I can't even say it. So CD, you know who you are because it's a really hard name to say. But yeah, thanks so much for your guys' support. It goes towards whatever hosting and internets and everything like that. So
There's plenty of expenses out there.
it all helps. Look, because the CD, I'm just going to call you CD Avenue because it's easy. But CD Avenue, he signed up, or they signed up through the week, and they sent us a little message. It's thanks for the awesome podcast. I listened to you during my weekly run. Well, that's good. At least some of us are fit around here.
Yeah.
By the way, one episode of your podcast lasts about 8 to 9 kilometres on average, if we ever want.
Wonder how fast he's running.
Yeah,
8
I
or
don't
9
know.
kilometres.
8 to 9.
Is that 4 or 5 hours? No, it wouldn't be.
Well, I guess how long does it take? It takes me. I could probably walk 5 kilometres in about 40 minutes to an hour. So if I can walk it, so you'd have to.
I'm pretty tall, so I can walk up to about 6, 7. Even sometimes if I power walk, I can go up to about 8 k's an hour.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's pretty fast. So, and also I just remembered you can, if you want to leave us an audio message, you just go to the aussietechheads.com.au/podcast webpage, and down the bottom and out to the side, there's a button, and you can click it, and you can just start blurbing, and it'll send it to us, and we'll play it on the show if the technology permits. And,
I can attest to that. I've used it before. That was one of my first contacts I had with you through that.
Oh, right. Good boy. Nice. It was.
Yeah.
You might be the only one that has used it. I think it still works.
Okay.
I'm sure it does. But, look, no, Jason will this week. They're off having a bit of a rest, and they'll be back next time. So, thanks for the doing the shows. It's good.
Well done, guys.
For
you hold the fort.
Yeah, that's good. That every week it's a hard thing to do. So congratulations and good on you. All right. So look, that's all the housekeeping out of the way. Where are we going to go? I might as well start with a story, and we'll see where that takes us. We normally meander around the world most of the time, you and me. So
absolutely, yeah. Launch into it, mate.
We'll see what happens here. Elon Musk has briefly become the 5th richest person in the world.
Briefly, rightio, yeah.
Yes, his net worth reached 40. Oh no, I've got a bit of dyslexia. His net worth reached $74 billion. Can you believe that? His wealth could be further buoyed as he had just gained the option of buying and selling $2.1 billion worth of Tesla shares. So look, that's a lot of money. I'm just going to see if I can handle.
Well, only briefly. What caused him not to retain it? Because he sold. I don't understand those finances all that well. You need what's the accountant guy?
Who?
One of the co-presenters from the past.
Renee Rivkin.
Eric. For Aussie Tech Heads.
Eric.
Eric, yeah,
yes.
he'd know more about that stuff.
Yes. Now, look, it was in the article. I didn't actually put that down as a note, but let me read it. It is the article here. Look, the technology works. It says here, interrelated, it could be worth in a pay deal. However, the electric cars, he would also have to wait too high. But it doesn't say. Anyway, I'll tell you.
Short article, yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you the rest of the story though. The price Tesla's share price because of the share price. Tesla's share price has since fallen slightly, putting him now in 8th place, according to the Forbes World's Billionaire list.
What a bugger, to be 8th richest.
I know, it'd be no good. In a related development, his wealth could be further buoyed as he just gained the option of buying and selling $2.1 billion worth of shares. I said that. In a pay deal approved by shareholders in 2018, he was allowed to buy 1.69 million shares once Tesla's stock had reached an average market capitalization of $150 billion over 6 months. He is also have to wait several years before being allowed to sell them. Tesla's share price has nearly quadrupled since the start of the year, from $430 to about $1,550 a share.
Well, what was it? It was just because of the market, was it?
Well, I don't. Well, yes, from the share market, and what the shares are worth. Yeah. So he would have.
Because I don't think he's had any incredible, other than these tin can, the car, the Ute or whatever it was. He's had nothing special.
Oh, he's got
come
those
out of him.
batteries in South Australia. He's
Well,
all
that's
he's
Australia. Australia's nothing compared to the rest of the world.
nah, but he's doing all that sort of stuff. He's got batteries around the world, and
Yeah.
he's pushing all the. He gets a lot of government grants and stuff because it's all this new in vogue eco technology stuff. So
Yep.
yeah. So he said that he said himself that the share prices were too high. He said Tesla's, but the company's yet to turn. Yeah, so the share price, Tesla share price has nearly quadrupled, right? From $430 to about $1,550 a share.
Yeah.
On May the 1st, he said it was too high. The company has yet to turn a full year net profit, leading some analysts to argue its stock is currently overvalued.
That would be an indicator of that if they're not going to pull a net profit at all.
Well, yes, so they haven't done a net profit, but the stock is worth. And look, it's just because everyone's into that stuff at the moment for whatever reason.
So no one's getting dividends from it. Is that what that means?
Well, I'd say that everyone wants the shares. Like the shares are pretty much demand driven. So the more people that want the share, the higher the share price is. And like coal-fired power stations, they're all closing down left, right, and centre. Well, in Australia anyway, nowhere else. And and I guess everyone wants to invest into electric cars and solar panels and batteries and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, he's not doing too bad, is he?
No, he's a smart guy. I've got to say. Other than when he talks, he's a very smart man.
Yeah. So is he actually smart, or is he people smart? Like,
No, I think he's got a pretty high intelligence quotient, and he's got degrees and stuff. And no,
right.
I think I would. From what I understand, I think he borders on genius.
Do you reckon that he spent a lot of time at his desk, building up to become the 5th or 8th richest person? Like, do you think he's long hours burning the midnight oil, or do you think it's just?
I bet he would have done. Most people are rich because they usually make plenty of sacrifices in life, and I bet you he has.
He's only young. I don't know how old he is. He doesn't look.
In his 30s.
Yeah, he's only pretty young, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So,
no, I give the guy credit. He's achieved a lot.
Yeah. Oh, look, you can't make $1 billion just by, sitting behind your front door waiting for someone to knock on it. That's for sure.
No.
Yeah. So, good luck to him. Good luck to him.
Yep.
I wish I was in his shoes.
Yeah. You'll get there. How far you got to go?
Probably 74.999 billion. That's how much short I am of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. That's good. Good night to Elon. And what else have we got going? What have you pulled out of the internet?
Yeah. Okay. Samsung weighs dropping Bixby as Google dangles new mobile app deal. New global revenue sharing deal on the table. Samsung Electronics is considering dropping its Bixby virtual assistant and Galaxy App Store from its mobile devices as part of a new global revenue sharing deal with Google, according to correspondence seen by Reuters. Did they say Reuters?
I think that one there is Reuters.
Reuters, okay.
Or Reuters, I think they.
Reuters, yeah, okay, Reuters.
You could probably say.
Reuters.
That's what happened. That's what happened in Victoria. Yeah.
Google has tried for years to get Samsung, the world's leading mobile device maker by units sold, to drop its own services and give greater prominence to Google's search assistant and Play Store apps, according to a person previously involved in the relationship. The search giant, whose Android software powers phones from Samsung and dozens of other companies, sometimes as an incentive, gives manufacturers a portion of ad revenue generated from Google's app feature on their devices. Sorry if it's a longish one. But Samsung has clung to efforts to promote its own apps, from which it can collect all revenue despite years of glitches and tepid user interest. The strategy has been challenged in recent months, though, as the novel coronavirus pandemic and a slowdown in phone upgrades has hurt sales and prompted many companies to shutter costly projects and search for new revenue. There's a bit more to go. Exact financial details under negotiation between the companies could not be determined, but Google is dangling more lucrative terms for Samsung than in previous deals if it retreats from the app strategy, according to a source familiar with the talks. The companies are aiming to finalize terms by Friday. That's tomorrow. The source added. Google said the statement that it regularly discuss. Google said in a statement that it regularly discusses ways to improve the user experience with partners, and that Samsung remains free to create its own app store and digital assistant. Samsung said it has no plans to drop either Bixby Galaxy Store from its devices, saying both services are important part of the Galaxy ecosystem. We remain committed to our own services and ecosystems, it said in a statement. Bloomberg filed a report on Tuesday that the companies were negotiating a new deal. It's funny what money can make them do, isn't it? I bet you there's plenty of dollars wrapped up in that.
So are they saying that they're doing away with, like, Bixby's going to close, or are they just moving to the Google Assistant?
The understanding is, I don't know if have you used Bixby much?
I haven't used it at all. I didn't.
No, Bixby.
Yeah.
With Samsung, see, Samsung has tried to use the old Apple's approach, which is a good approach for the company to maintain shares and what have you, and market leadership. They try and customize these phones to a point where, as long as you stay with Samsung and the Bixby system, you're in this nice little ecosystem and you're protected.
But that's the thing. What you just said. That's the rub. Little ecosystem.
Yeah. Well, Apple has a big ecosystem, and it's a good ecosystem, and it's got plenty of followers out there. But Bixby, Samsung has simply tried to create in the Android space their own special little version. And if you've anyone's used a Samsung phone and then they want to move to a Xiaomi or something like that, they lose those special. Like Bixby includes email, the Samsung's email client. It includes probably some sort of chat. I haven't had a Samsung in a long time to have to worry about it. And there's plenty of people out there just ditching to give flexibility so they can move around manufacturers, ditching Bixby, and Google's trying to capitalize on that by saying, "Run with us." That's
well, I think Google's got the. I think Google's got to be the number one assistant, hasn't it? Like, even over Apple, because like I've got Apple phones and Apple Watch, but I still use Google. Like, not obviously with the iOS devices, but on devices around the house, like speakers and stuff like that, I'm still using Google because Siri just does not understand properly. And plus also, I think with Siri is once you say play something from your phone to the speaker, then if your phone goes out of range or it gets cut off, then that connection is lost. But with the Google, that connection, the device, the speaker actually then connects to the internet itself, and then you can go down to Sydney, and that speaker will keep going.
Okay, yeah, no, I haven't got a speaker to know about that, but yeah, I would. I'd have to say Google's got a pretty good ecosystem. It doesn't cover everything. The same as Microsoft. Microsoft would love to do, or in past would love to do what Google's done to some extent, but they're on a different path now. Microsoft.
Yeah, look, I think they're Cortana, let's say you got Cortana. So every time I don't even talk to my computer anyway.
Well, the voice recognition in Windows is not a patch on Google's, I tell you.
Yeah.
By the way, Cortana in the latest update 20, or the next one, I think there's a beta version. What do you call a beta version of Windows? Insider. I think there's an Insider that's come out, and they're actually completely separating Cortana. You know how Cortana was stuck in the little taskbar and had a little special features?
Yeah.
They're now just making it into just a plain app and giving more more and more control for users as to what apps they want on their machines. And I've got a feeling you can easy enough uninstall Cortana these days.
Yeah, right. Because I even with the Google Assistant, look. To be honest, I can't. I don't really find that helpful. Like they don't understand me half the time. And
Google Assistant.
yeah, and look, I might not be saying the right words. Like I might have to like, sit down with a list, and learn the phrases I've got to say.
Okay, it can take a bit of discipline. I use Google Assistant if I want to call my local cafe. I don't go to my contacts and search for it. I go, "Hey Google." Are you talking about the "Hey Google" and then call and stuff
Yes.
like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I say I rarely go searching. I say, "Hey Google, call Coffee Club or call Parkhouse Cafe." That's my favourite Parkhouse. Put a shout out for them. Parkhouse Cafe in Toowoomba. If you come to Toowoomba, she's an awesome cafe. It's an independent there.
Oh, well, you get free coffees tomorrow. Now, but is that Packus Coffee or whatever it is?
Parkhouse Coffee Cafe.
Parkhouse. Yeah, is she in your contacts or does it just grab it from the?
From the internet. I don't really care. It doesn't matter. When it comes to businesses, if I want to find Aussie tech heads, I can just go, "Hey Google, call Aussie tech heads," and it'll find the first number. It's that in particular, it links in well with that's the wife there. It links in well with Google My Business. That's why when you search for me online, you search for Entire Computer Services, you get my. I don't actually have a website, but I make the most of my Google My Business.
So I was only looking at Google My Business today and thinking, if you're in, like, because I do a little bit of SEO here and there.
You do plenty of SEO.
Yeah, here and there. And I'm just thinking, so Google My Business is for local, right?
No, it's if you're in Sydney and you search for Entire Computer Services, you'll find the same thing as you would if you're in Toowoomba. Or is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, so yeah, sort of. It's but apparently they put. So if you're a national organisation, say like the National Bank,
like Pack and Send.
Yeah, but you're probably more localized because you've got the different locations. But say I know, like, say for the National Bank, they don't have a Google My Business because it's mainly for small businesses and stuff like that.
Yeah, and they've got a very powerful web hosted system.
Yeah, so like I'm saying,
large organisations, depending on if they're sharp, I bet you if you did a search for NAB, you'll probably get a Google. We'll try it.
All right, hang on.
Let's search for NAB, and let's just see what I bet you I'm watching there.
See, so you get this thing over here, which is like the organisation.
Okay, yeah. That's not Google My Business there, I don't think.
No, but it is a Google something profile, like a Google organisational profile.
See in there, they've got a very strong web presence, and they can.
So, because then they got the branch. Well, see here, this might be the Google My Business, the little branches maybe.
Part of it, yeah, because Google have a level of control. They're much bigger than AB, so. Scroll down further. A bit further. Stop. Don't get too far.
See, NAB Twitter, is that the first result? Oh no, NAB does come up. The second result.
Yeah, because it's advertised. Yeah.
Then Play, then the Google, then the Herald.
All right, do a search. I did compare that to what I've got. Do search for Entire Computer Services. Make sure you spell it right. It's plural services. Oh, there is. Yep. Now that's on the right there. That's the that's a Google my business.
That's right. Yes.
So I'm a bit out of my league here, but I can see how mine appears anyway.
Yes. So let me have a look here. 3 reviews. You need to get your reviews up.
Yeah, I've got to ask my clients for reviews. I'm really bad on that.
Yeah,
I sort of chase my tail at times and forget to go, oh, by the way, could you send me a review?
But what you got to do is maybe even you got to get to the stage where you can type in computer repairs Toowoomba.
Oh, there's plenty of others will come up before me. I'll go way down the list.
But why? This is why you've got to.
Because I'm not paying for it. These guys pay for this stuff.
No, this is all generic.
Yeah, they also do their SEO properly too.
Yeah. So, but you don't have a website anyway.
No.
Well,
No, much to your
that's why you're
disgust,
not
I'd
in the
say.
list.
That'd be much to your disgust, wouldn't it?
That's why you're not in the Google index.
Yes, that's right. It's
Yeah.
uh,
If you got a website, you might actually appear in the index.
yes. I'll leverage my freebie stuff first
So, did you pimp out your Google My Business website?
as best I can. It does
It's not
have some
very good.
pretty serious boundaries to it.
Yes.
Like you can see, it's a bit weak.
Yes.
But
But as long as it
I've
does the
got
job.
so much time. If I don't want to promote too much,
It looks good, though. It looks pretty good.
oh yeah, okay. I'd probably thanks to my daughter. She's helped out a little bit with a couple of bits and pieces there, and given me a review.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
My son gave me one review, and my daughter gave me the other.
yeah, no, that's pretty good. You've only got 3.
Yeah, 3, and 2 of them are my kids.
Was it me that gave you the 3rd? No,
Go for it.
you got to get those things going. But
Yeah.
look,
No, I got to make a point of saying to my clients, "Can you review me here? I'll send you a link so you can press on this." In fact, I should just offer to do the review for them, and
yeah,
that might work.
sometimes that's what. But you can send them a link, like
Yeah,
and just say, "Oh, would you mind if you're happy with what I did?" and stand over them while they're doing it.
yeah. In fact, why don't I just let me sit in your chair and I'll type it for you?
Yeah, whatever. Just as long as they do it, or send them a link, and so when they click on the link, it takes them straight to a box, like nothing else. A box with type your review, and then that's what they do.
And Google, as long as I think they have to have a Google account to be able to leave a Google review.
Yes, I think that's probably right.
Yeah, I don't know. I've got enough work at the moment. If I promote too much, I'll get too much work.
Oh no. now, now look, just to finish up on old Bixby, is
yeah, we got off track there, didn't we? Yeah. So they're looking. So they're in negotiations with Google. In which case, it looks like Samsung said we remain committed to our own service ecosystem. We'll see if money can change that.
Yeah, look, I think that's going to die. Bixby will die. I haven't even heard of it. And Cortana, that's dead in the water already. And so the main players are probably the Siri and the Google Assistant, whatever her name is.
Yeah. But I'd have to say I think Google's streets ahead when it comes to voice recognition.
Yeah, not just that. I think it's just streets ahead because every device uses it. Except Apple devices. Yeah. But look, while you were talking about Bixby, I did have a little chat with the Samsung site. Told them that they were on Aussie Tech Heads, and they didn't. They just said nothing. So hello.
I bet there's you're probably talking to a robot there.
No, I was talking to Jay Deep. So hello, Jay Deep. He'll probably
no offense, Jay Deep.
He'll source us out now and listen to us. So anyway, he went on and just gave me a couple of links and potted on. And
okay.
I'll give him a smiley face. I was satisfied with his chat, even though there's no interaction. Give him an 8 because I didn't like Bixby. And
you don't use Bixby. Did you even tell him you're an iOS user?
No, I'm not doing that much stuff. All right, let's start. Let's look. There wasn't too much tech news around this week. I think I remember me saying this last time I was on the show as well, because I think it must be just the corona. Nothing's going on. No one's allowed to get close to anyone to make stuff. But look,
okay.
I think we're all going over in England. They're all going back to the 80s for sure. UK music fans snap up 65,000 cassettes in 2020. Have you ever heard of such a thing?
So no, that exceeds my one. No, I think I threw out that cassette, my one collection.
Now, I've still got cassettes, struggling for a cassette player, but the cassettes I've got are the blank ones that I recorded on when I was 5. So if I can find a cassette player, I might be able to hear what I
When you're 5, so hang on, how old are we talking? You're now 20, how old are you?
Yeah, 21.
Yeah, that's
so 45.
You know that stuff will just deteriorate within a few years. They're probably stuffed.
Well, I did play one, and they look like keep them in mint condition, in air-sealed, vacuumed containers. And,
yeah, sure.
I went to Aldi.
That's called a plastic bag.
Yeah, I went to Aldi and I bought one of those cassette to USB dangled little things, and
Oh, yeah.
I played one of them. And it came out, and I could hear whatever I was talking about. I can't remember now, but yeah, when it's pretty interesting to go back to like when you were 5 and listen to what you were talking about. I had a lot of taped audio Doctor Who that I that I had
Yeah.
there, and I'm
Hey, yeah, but you get back to Article 2, you started reading it and you stopped because I interrupted.
yeah, but I just reliving the cassettes.
Yeah.
So nearly 65,000 music cassettes were sold in the UK in the first 6 months of 2020. This firm says, must be this official charts company, says this is double the cassette sales figures recorded during the same period in 2019 and more than the entire year sales in 2018. Yeah, so Lady Gaga has sold 12,000 cassettes of her latest album, Chromatica, since its release in May 20. The average cassette retails for around $13, so that might be about $20, compared with vinyl, which is £15. Oh, geez, that might be about $25. A triple cassette edition of a triple cassette edition. Can you believe it? A triple cassette edition is
It's only an hour per cassette at best.
you can get 90-minute cassettes, so hour and a half.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, look at that.
yeah, there they are. So a triple cassette edition of Chromatica is currently on sale for $30 online. That'd be $37.
Is Chromatica an artist, is it?
That's Lady Gaga's latest album.
Okay, shows that I know.
But each set of the 3 counts as 3 sales in the chart. Oh, that's a bit of a rip.
Oh, that's
yeah.
manipulating, yeah.
So really, she's only sold 4,000. But
Yeah.
Australian band 5 Seconds of Summer sold 12,000. Well, that beats Gaga.
And that's not a triple. Yeah, hang on, keep reading. Is it a triple pack or a quadruple pack?
It's a sextuplet pack.
Yeah.
It's an Australian band 5 Seconds of Summer sold 12,000 cassette versions of its latest album, Calm, within the first week of its release. It offers 5 different variations of the product. There's also a wide range of tape players available, including personal stereos, but the format is more likely to be sold as merchandise than to play. The sales figures will pale into comparison with the biggest streamed hit of 2019, Lewis Capaldi, never heard of him, someone you loved and never heard of it, was streamed 228 million
I know,
times.
I've heard that song.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's in the charts.
Probably.
Someone to love. You'll know it. If you heard the tune, you'd know it.
Yeah, the one that comes to mind is Somebody to... That's Queen. Did you do a Queen cover?
That's not it.
But look, I think. So, what's your analysis of this? I reckon. Look, people want something tangible. They want music to be tangible, so they put it on the shelf. If they're just buying as merchandise, they just want stuff stuck on the shelf to say, "Oh, look, I own that," and how good does that look? And I can touch and feel it and lick it. And
when it's a merchandise, you mean people at home or in shops?
People at home. Put on your shelf.
Yeah, that's because it's a classic.
Yeah, because
you generally need to be 40 or older to appreciate cassettes, I reckon.
Yeah, look, I can understand the resurgence in vinyl. I'm struggling with cassettes though.
Well, the vinyl was a lot better quality than. It was better quality. You could get better sound out of vinyl than you could out of cassettes.
Unless you got those metal taped cassettes. Now that was
even so, yeah.
Yeah, no, you had that hiss, didn't you? There's always the hiss.
Yeah,
and
when you did your conversion thing, that reminded you how awful tapes were.
Oh yeah, that's right. But even look,
and on the day, in the day, we thought it was fantastic. That was the best sales out.
That's all you could do. That's right.
Yeah.
And look, I remember doing my first taped to tape sync, or pirate. For another word. So one of my mates they bought one of these, the double tape deck, and you get a high speed dub.
High speed dub, yeah. Well, the high speed reduced the quality though.
Look, I was playing it in a high quality car hi-fi audio system, so I didn't hear the loss in quality at all. And plus for free, it didn't worry me.
When I was younger, I I just had an AM radio in my first car. I couldn't afford a car stereo,
Mm.
but I had a really crash hot portable. Uh, we called them gecko blasters in those days.
Oh,
Ghetto blaster. That's it.
get,
Yeah, ghetto blaster.
yeah, and gecko. Blast all the
But
geckos.
but mine had a portable record player built in,
Right. Right.
and you sort of press this little button and it slides out the bottom. It was a big box,
Mm.
this thing, but it ran on batteries and everything. You put in like 13 or 14 D cells for about $65, which would
Right.
last one record.
Yeah.
But anyway, in the car, I couldn't afford to buy a fancy stereo, so I took my portable stereo, put it in the back seat, and I couldn't play records in the car. They just wouldn't. The needle would jump around over bumps and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that'd be predictable. Did you try? The more worrying thing was that you tried to play it in the car.
I scratched a few records trying to do it, and I thought I'd give up.
Yeah.
But the problem
your,
is, it was in the back seat, and when you drive, you have to face forwards.
yeah, helps.
And in today's day and age, they tend to look dimly upon people who don't look at the road.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I got rid of that after I had some near misses.
Yes, yeah, you got to try and look at the road these days. It's apparently it lets you live longer. So, so anything.
How do we get on that? Let's get back to what we we're talking about. Tapes, yeah. It had a tape deck in it as well, a twin tape deck.
Right, I remember. Yeah, I had a few tape decks, growing up. But yeah, look, that's what happens. You'd get one in your car. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't have an. Oh, look, when I first got my first car, I think it was a stock standard AM radio. But then I quickly, put an FM one in because.
You have it just one speaker in the center of the dash.
Yeah, center of the dash. That's right. Yep. But when I bought the new one to go in, I had to put the two speakers in the side, and
Yeah.
oh, well, I don't. Yeah, no, because I had a Ute, so I didn't have these, the big subwoofers in the back and in the boot and whatever. But I remember the old man had a CD stacker in the boot of his car.
Whoa, yeah.
Like, geez, it was all going on back then.
Yep.
Five Roy Orbison CDs at once.
Gee, okay.
Away you go.
Playing simultaneously.
Oh, Roy Orbison's greatest stack hit. Yeah. Or a couple of Mario.
Everything you want, I've got it.
That's right.
That's my impersonation there.
Is that what it was?
Oh.
All right. Right. Okay. Let's move on to what's your next story, please.
Hey, well, a bit of a segue. Talking about you talked about converting cassettes to USB.
Yes.
Here is one of my fancy new. Here we go. Upside down. That's my latest purchase. Not sure if that's impressive for people, but for a USB drive.
You'll have to tell them what it is because not everyone's on video.
Oh, sorry, yeah. I'm holding up a USB drive, 256 gigabyte SanDisk Extreme Pro USB 3.1.
Wow.
Now, I've used plenty of big USB drives, but 256 gigs, pretty big. I use that for drive images and all that, and it's just convenience because I'm portable, mobile. I need something small and handy, and that's great for it.
Is that a portable hard drive in your pocket?
What?
Keep going.
It's not a portable hard drive. Some people would prefer to use SSD, portable hard drive, stuff like this. But this, you see, it's not very big. And when you're someone that needs portability, this is handy. But one of the reasons I got this one over buying, well, to tell you the truth, I did buy a 1 terabyte USB drive that would have been about a quarter the size of this. It was a tiny little thing, and I got it for $5 off eBay.
Right.
And would you believe it didn't work? And actually, they made a mistake, and it was actually 1 or 2 megabytes, not terabytes.
Oh no, the scoundrels! Did you get your money? Did you get your money back?
Yes. I said to eBay, hey, it looks like they made a mistake here. Can I have a refund? I said, yeah, sure. Here's your money back.
I've asked for a couple of refunds from eBay, and the seller must be able to pre-do whatever they do. And because I said, oh, look, I forget what it was now. Maybe something didn't come and it wasn't the right lead. They sent the wrong thing or something. I said, oh, look, I want a refund. And that just goes, bang, no worries. You put in dispute, just goes, bang, all done. Don't worry about it. So,
yeah. They don't like people on eBay. They don't want bad marks
No.
Chinese really don't want bad marks in their name, and often they don't handle English very well, and you'll find with when you communicate on eBay with people, they'll say, "You are my best friend and very good loyal customer. You, I will send you another three to replace your one broken one." And they really bend over backwards to,
Says you get 9 meg out of them.
yeah, I'll get another three. You get nine megabytes.
Oh, happy days.
Yeah, it was a funny. It was a really cool looking USB drive. And I thought, what have I got to lose on eBay if it doesn't work? You get a refund anyway. I thought
Yeah.
I'll give it a shot. 1 terabyte. That was pretty incredible.
Yeah. Well, I bought a little SD card. I think it was supposed to be 32 gig, and yeah, for I don't know, $10, and surprise, surprise, it would only format to about 2 or something. So
Yeah,
yeah,
they modify an allocation table so it looks initially like it's that big, but when you reformat it or whatever, but no, behold, it's only a 1/10 the size.
it's only 640K. It'd work in
Anyway,
MXT. Yeah. Well,
so I got this. It was just on eBay for like $150, I think it was.
yeah.
But that's been the latest toy I've bought of recent. I
Because
don't think
I
there's.
don't know what it is about those things, but I don't particularly like the USB keys.
Yeah, what's your problem there, mate?
Yeah, I think I've had a few fail, and I've seen them fail. Especially I've been talking. When I was doing the computers, and you go around to someone's house,
Yeah.
and they go, "Oh, my USB stick died." I said, "What do you do with it? What did you do to it?" And they say, "Oh, I stuck it in the TV." And that was like a real common theme. Like as soon as you stuck it into the TV or something, then the USB stick would die. Maybe the TV tried to format it or
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
know.
it does. I can tell you now.
Yeah.
TVs. I've had a bit of experience with TVs. You put a USB drive, especially maybe now it's a bit different, but you put a USB drive in TVs from more than 4 or 5 years old, and they will format either in a proprietary format or they will format in like with FAT.
Right.
FAT,
Yeah.
like you got FAT 16, FAT 32, and NTFS and XFAT. Now, FAT is really old, but that is the benefit of that is backwards compatibility. And when it comes to hardware like TVs, they like to give that backwards compatibility. So they go, well, if we go FAT, that'll work on every device. But the problem with that, TV shows, to record a TV show, you have a maximum size limit with FAT, and therefore you get all sorts of do funny sorts of things to the file structure
Yeah.
to a point where if you unplug it from TV, plug it in a computer, it can't be read because it stuffs it up.
And look, that's probably where my distaste for the USB keys come from. And I sort of, didn't like them.
Just because they're put in TVs, eh?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so if I was going to buy a 256 external storage, I'd probably just buy like a little, external hard drive, USB external hard drive or something. SSD, of course.
Oh, of course,
But
you know the dangers. For you people out there that don't know the dangers of hard drive versus an SSD hard drive, try putting all your valuable storage on that hard drive, holding it 20 centimeters above the bench while it's operating, and drop it and see how much data's left. Only 20 centimeter drop can kill the whole damn lot.
yeah, well,
Sure, you can get forensic recovery done and recover some of it, but as opposed to SSD, when SSD dies, you often absolutely lose everything, but they don't die much.
no. Well, see, I reckon mine's on the way out now. I've had it in my PC here for quite some time, and I'm starting to get like, for some reason, some weird like high CPU usage, high RAM usage, and until I reboot. And then I've had a couple of freezes as well. So I'm sort of thinking, do you think it's the SSD drive because it is old? I'm thinking,
Unlikely, I've been using SSDs for. I've had one machine, a servers that's running on an SSD for 6 or 7 years now, 24 hours a day, and I haven't had it
yeah, right,
a beat.
yeah, okay.
Mind you, I rebuild the OS every few years, though.
Right. Well, I haven't done that because I just can't be bothered. And
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So it's
Well,
yeah.
I do that regularly in the name to try and maximise the benefit of my hardware.
But like these days, like I don't know about you, but I don't know. Even 5 years ago, when I last did this one, when you format your hard drive and start again, then like, it used to take me probably a good day to get all the software back on. and
Well,
stuff.
it depends how much junk you put on there, I suppose.
Yeah, but I was just thinking and just looking at, say, what would I have to put back on today? And then it's not that much these days because
No, because so
it's
much
up
is
on the.
cloud-based.
Yeah, that's right. It's just all on the internet. I think I've got Office and say Skype, just all the the
Yeah, cloud. It's all cloud,
usual.
but it can be cloud or app. But if you wanted to go cloud, like you look at your system probably got Skype can run in cloud, Office runs in cloud. It's not the actual Office. It's not real good in cloud, but it can.
Mm.
You've got your Gmail. You've got there's
Well,
so much stuff
Amazon's,
is
yeah,
cloud-based
just
now.
yeah, everything. That's right. So your Zoom, and whatever else that you might, your QuickBooks or your accounting
Zero,
software.
zero. Yeah, I run Zero, which is solely 100% cloud-based.
Yeah, yep, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if
So rebuilds, like, to answer your question, rebuilds aren't as big an issue as they have been in the past. If you don't know what you're doing to do a rebuild, you can make a machine worse than it was in the first place.
do people still overclock out there? Is that still a thing that goes on?
A clock?
Overclock.
Oh no, overclocking. Unless you're a gamer, overclocking. From my experience of overclocking, you waste more time. Uh, with every overclock you do, you usually reduce your reliability. I'm
Yeah.
sure people dispute that and probably open a can of worms there, but the older you get, the less you want to muck around with stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. Look, because I know when I bought my CPU, I bought the overclockable version,
Yeah,
but then once you start getting it in, it's in a production machine. You just go, I can't be bothered. I don't want nothing to stuff
yeah.
up. So you just run it as.
We see there's a key to the word you use is production. In other words, it's an operating in a business. You can't afford trying to muck around with it down for the sake of gaining 15% more power.
Yeah, that's
Whereas when
right.
you're a gamer, you're pushing the boundaries and you're willing to take those risks.
Yes. All right, we better move on to your next story then.
Yeah, we're certainly filling this out, aren't we?
Well, it's been
Okay.
good. I haven't seen you for 5 weeks.
Yeah, true. Qualcomm Quick Charge 5 will charge your phone fully in just 15 minutes. Details. Now, I'm not going to read this full article. It's a big one, but I'm just going to get a taste of what they're saying here because it does sound interesting. Apart, thank you. Apart from super quick charging efficiency, the technology has also been claimed to be 10% cooler and 70% more efficient in comparison to its previous version. Big picture of Qualcomm there on screen. Qualcomm has launched Quick Charge 5 as its ultra-fast charging technology, claiming it can charge a drained smartphone battery up to 50% within 5 minutes' time. Wow,
So
that's
yeah.
some energy, isn't it?
Yes. So when these chargers, I don't know if you know the answer to this, but when these chargers charge your phone, does the battery have to be able to handle the fast charge, or is it the phone that sort of what dictates
Yeah,
the
no, or
speed?
both. There's more in this article. I'm going to read more because I think it does change. I talk about batteries, and you need a battery to handle it.
Right.
So no, I'll keep going. Um, the launch of the Quick Charge 5 comes after the company launched its previous Quick Charge 4 in June 17. So that's 2 years ago. Apart from super quick charging efficiency, the technology has also been claimed to be 10%. Oh, did I read that? No, yeah, 10% cooler,
Yeah,
7% more
that was
efficient.
in the heading as well.
Yeah, golly, okay. Enabling support. Here we go. This is what I'm trying to say. Enabling and enabled to support S2 battery packs. The technology could be utilized for both USB power delivery, which is a special sort of that usually runs over USB-C technology power delivery. The new technology, Quick Charge 5, is expected to hit the market in the third quarter of the year. So that's a few months away. No, it's not, only a couple of months away, and is currently being tested by the company. I'm going to read one more paragraph here. Sorry if I'm going on a bit. Among other specifications which make the ultra superior technology, make it an ultra superior technology to its predecessor, is the capability to support more than 100 watts charging capabilities, which is limited to 45 watts in the case of Quick Charge 4. So we're comparing 100 watts for this compared to 45 for Quick Charge 4. That's a massive jump. In comparison to both Quick Charge 4 and its advanced version Quick Charge 4 Plus, the new launch will provide a 10 degrees Celsius cooler experience on a 400 milliamp hour battery. While the first half of the drained battery has been claimed to get charge in initial 5 minutes, the other 50% of the battery will take a little longer, still awesome, and get charge in 10 minutes.
Wow.
So we're talking full charge from 0 to
Yeah.
100%, if that's what I understand, in 10
10
minutes.
minutes. 0 to 100 in 10 minutes.
No, here we go. Yeah, cumulatively, the technology will charge a battery from 0 to 100% within 15 minutes.
Yeah.
That is still incredible technology, and that's actually, in my opinion, when you put that sort of energy through in such a short period, that's massive storage of energy. And you don't actually seen lithium-ion batteries explode or catch on fire, but they can release so much energy in a fast period of time, and that the danger level rises with them, I'm assuming, and the heat, and
But I
mind you, they
wonder
say
if
the heat is less.
Yes, yeah, well, the heat and everything, and I would wonder if the faster it charges, the more wear and tear it would put on the battery. You think
Possibly, but you see, they talk about these 2S battery packs. I don't know what a 2S battery pack is, but I bet you that can handle. It somehow reduces temperatures, might even have cooling systems in it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, look, my phone, I just charged it overnight. I guess if if it's flat through the day and you might be at the airport, one of these quick charging stations and compatible phone would be really handy. 10 minutes, or even when you go to the theme parks and that, they've got charging stations. They do.
But the best they've got is about
USB.
3.5 watts, I think, which is
all night.
which is no, but what I'm trying to say is that's 3.5 amps. I mean, 3.5 amps is, we're looking at 3.5s. Like 25 watts is the best you're going to get out of it. When this thing's pushing 100 watts, yeah,
Yes,
that's going to make charging phones faster and possibly more dangerous. Who knows? But it's only on a particular. In the article, it goes on to say it's only for particular Android chipsets. Chances are Apple won't be left behind. They will catch up with this in time too. But they're efficient to start with, where the Android phones are not efficient on battery power.
yeah, right.
Like for an Apple phone to have a 4,500 milliamp hour battery, when you exclude the XL versions, I think they would last a lot longer than Android because they're efficient.
But
So that was impressive.
Yes, but talking of 0 to 100 in 15 minutes, the old Ford Falcon XA GT, someone's had it hidden in a barn, surrounded with chicken wire.
Yeah.
for who knows how many years, and it sells for an insane amount of money. Now, look, I'll show you a picture of this little car, if I can get rid of all these pop-ups that are carrying on.
Sorry for those people that can only hear this. Yeah, I love them. Yeah, they're awesome. 2-door.
Yeah, so it's a Falcon XA GT. So it's a hardtop, and it's looking like a real lean machine. It's a 1973, and it's sold at auction for $300,909, more than 3 times original estimates. Now, yeah, it's a long way away.
It looks pretty genuine. Like even the wheels might be original.
Look, it would. Yes, I think it would be, because look, there's more to this story that comes. It just makes you think, why is this car still here? So its original purchase price was $7,000. The car is known in the enthusiast circles as the chicken coop, because, as I said, its owner parked it in a barn, surrounded it with chicken wire, because he couldn't afford to insure it. So I don't know what the chicken wire was supposed to do for it.
Keep the chickens out.
Well, I guess so. Look, here's a better picture of the little beast. There you go.
Still got dust all over. You think that'd sort of wipe a bit off, wouldn't you?
Oh no, because you scratch it. It has to be meticulously washed with
Okay.
it's got a bit of rust in that front fender there, though. It's been down in there. Look,
Oh, behind the
behind
wheel.
the front
Yeah,
wheel there.
okay.
Yeah, that's nasty in the channel there.
What do many Ks on the clock?
I
Does it
don't
say?
think it said. No, the car was in a sorry state when it was discovered, covered in dust, scattered with rat poo, and and scattered with rust. There's some rat poo in the back seat.
What,
There
that
we
big
go.
pile?
Yeah, all that crap
Oh,
down there.
jeez. That's monster poo.
And it looks like over there looks like all urine stained. The white upholstery's all urine stained.
Check out the color design there. Like, it's so 70s style, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, retro.
1973. Geez, this car was out when I was 3. Should have bought
Yeah, I
one.
was 3 too, yeah.
So there's no guarantee that it's going to start.
You could probably blow it up if I try and start it.
Yeah, the vendor saying that the engine probably hasn't been started since 1998.
Yeah.
There he goes, another picture. It says
That wasn't the one. You remember Mad Max, the Interceptor in Mad Max?
Yeah.
Is that what one of those?
Oh.
That yellow thing? Is that one of those?
Don't know.
Just show me a picture. Can you do a search for Interceptor Mad Max? It'll bring it
Hang
up.
on, I'll finish this and we'll go off.
Yeah, sorry, carry on. Yeah.
Yeah. So the engine hasn't been started apparently since 1988, and it's estimated that another $100,000 would be required to restore it back to its former glory.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Now Ford only built 120 XAGT hardtops.
Yeah, for racing for Bathurst, I bet you.
It's one of only 2 painted in McPherson's old gold paint. McPherson is the Australian chocolate company known for making Freddo frogs and cherry ripes. So
What is it? Looks like orange to me.
yeah, but it's a McPherson old gold.
Well, is that right?
Yeah, it's old gold. It's like
Yeah,
old,
I would call that orange.
yeah, it looks a bit orange. Maybe it was the rat and chicken poo that's put it slightly off. But
Maybe it was a gold colour once.
yeah, it's got a nice ding in the door. Tyres are up. So yeah, it's
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So-
Yeah.
yeah,
I know they would have perished.
now-
No, those tyres would not have lasted.
No, they're probably new ones just to push it out into the
Yeah.
into the lot. The Gray's Classic Car Specialist says the car is as Australian as it gets. So I would believe that. Now,
Yeah, I'd say so, because that would have raced against Holden's in its day.
yeah, what do you want me to?
And probably Valiant, like Chargers.
Yeah, what do you want me to look up?
Now look
Interceptor?
up Mad Max Interceptor. I just want to know if that's the same thing. It could be a different model.
Let's have a look.
Did you ever see the movie Mad Max?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Okay.
Probably
Let's
won't.
see. Hopefully it's not one of the new ones in the new movies.
Well, it
No,
doesn't look
that's
like
not it. That's the
Oh, it's the new movie.
Midnight. That's
Oh, there it
Midnight something. Keep going. There'll be a yellow one. It's a Falcon.
That looks like an old Falcon at the back.
Yeah, no, it might be a King's. It could be.
Oh, geez. Oh no, different front.
No, it's different. Yes, that's not it. Oh,
Let me go. So what do you
Interceptor.
reckon? I'll go yellow.
Go to images. Actually, images. Now it'll be yellow. I'll tell you when you see it. Oh,
There it is.
there it is. That
That's-
yellow thing.
That's
Yeah,
a
click on that.
Ford Falcon.
Click on that as well. Actually, that could be the same model, you know. Oh, that is awesome, isn't it? That was back in the day. See how the back end is lifted on that? Back in those days, tough cars had lifted back ends and dropped front ends.
Yeah, yeah. I did that to my car. I took I wanted to lower the front down a bit, so I had
What, your Nissan Cube?
No, when I had an XW Falcon Ute.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I wanted to lower it a bit, and so I went to the dump. It was a 6-cylinder, V6, and so I went to the dump, and I found some V8 springs.
Okay, yeah.
So
You put them in the back.
no. So I came home with the V8 springs. We had to get the V8 springs out of the car at the dump. We unbolted everything. We're chucking bricks at it and everything until they just popped out.
Because they're dangerous when you take springs out, aren't they?
Well, they'll spring out like that. So then we got it home, and then we cut the spring in half. And then
You chopped it. Oh, yuck.
then we put it into the car, and then it didn't really work. And it was all,
Sat on the rubbers, did it?
yeah, pretty much, yeah. But geez, it was a beast. Yeah, it doesn't say what it is.
It does. We'll go back to your
what's
previous
that down
window
here?
in Wiki.
Go where?
In Wikipedia, I can't see what you're looking at.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah, right. In there, it should say what it is.
it doesn't. It's just a picture.
No, go
Structure.
back one.
No, I came straight from images.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay.
See related images.
Yeah, what browser are you
That's
using?
not it here. The Ford Falcon Coupe Interceptor.
Coupe, yeah, okay. It could be the same car. It's got round lights.
Yeah.
It's got a bit of body modification, but whenever you say
Yeah, who knows?
let's compare it. Have a look at the one you're looking at. Or have you lost it? Have you?
Hang on, I'll get it back.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I think it is a little bit different.
yeah, maybe.
But you're pretty similar.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
little bit different.
yeah, it'll be different. Yeah,
Yeah,
the back end might be the same. Compare the back end if we can.
So where's the back end on here? Oh, we don't have
No,
back
it's
end.
in the other picture, the other tab.
Back end. Oh, they're
Oh,
a little bit different.
yeah, it is a bit. No, it's not the same car.
But it's nearly there though. You're pretty
They're
close.
both tough anyway. And that black thing, I don't even think it's a Falcon. It could be a Kingswood maybe. It's heavily modified, that black thing.
Yeah.
It was called the Midnight Rider. I bet you people will give us feedback. I think in Mad Max, the original movie, the guy would say before he freaked out and had a crash or whatever, he was a Midnight Rider or Midnight something.
But doesn't that
That's
look hot?
actually that's a Trans Am symbol. No, that's
looks-
the new version of it
Oh,
in
right.
in Road of Fury.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
different to the one that was in the original.
Right. Look at that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, there's a GT. Yeah, hello. All right. Well, I think that's enough of what Glenn and Paul likes for this week.
Yeah. So it's Aussie car heads this week. Car heads.
Your car heads. Yeah,
Yeah.
all right. And well, that might just finish us off anyway. Unless you've got something else you need to get out and about.
No. I've done all my bits.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
stuff. Good. All right. Well, don't forget you can get us on the Aussie Tech Radio as well, aussietechradio.com. It's back-to-back wall-to-wall 24/7 replays of podcasts from Australia and New Zealand, but the New Zealand ones have gone a long time ago, so it's just Australian ones. If anyone's got a podcast sort of loosely tech related, if you want to put it up on the roundabout of those tech shows on the radio, just send me an email and we'll put it up there, aussietechradio.com. You just get on your TuneIn app, you search for Aussie Tech Radio and there you go. And what happens is that it's all the shows are refreshed every Friday, and so what happens is you just tune in and wherever the server's up to, that's where you come in at. If there's anything you want to talk about, put up on the Facebook post early in the week, and we'll pick it up and we'll see how we go. If it's interesting, we'll talk about it. All right. That's enough for us. Glenn and Paul are signing off for this week, and Jace and Warlock will be back with you next week. All right. So thanks, Paul. We'll see you again soon.
Catch you later, buddy.
Thanks, everyone. And can I get this to work? We'll have a go. And we'll see you guys soon too. All right. Cheers.